Dear sons, my dear daughters, Assalamu alaikum. Teacher Adil Hawari is talking to you. Today we are going to study lesson 1 in unit 9 as it's here shown. My dearest son, in grade 5 we have unit 9 lesson 1. Be ready, my sons and daughters. Open your box page 94 and 95. The lesson now is reading. Of course, we are going to have workbook side by side with class book, but the workbook activities should be done as homework. We are going to discuss workbook later in a separate class, God willing. My dear son, I think now you opened your box and you are ready. Have you opened your box? Yeah. The title is called Deep Sea Animals. So, it's better, I think, to know about sea animals. Let's play again. I think you are ready, all of you. The game is called Sea Animals game. We have options and pictures that we are going to choose. Be ready. What animal is going to come? Guess. Wow. Is it a fish? It's an octopus? No. Is it a crab? Yes, of course. The next animal. What is the next animal? Wow. What's this? It's a dolphin. A dolphin is a friend to us, of course. We like it so much. And what animal is this? Do you like colors? Aha! I can hear someone saying, yes, I like colors. It's a fish. The next. Jellyfish. I like this color. Jellyfish. It's a fish or jellyfish or an octopus. It's of course a jellyfish. The next. Guess. What animal is this fantastic one? With these legs or hands. You can ask your science teacher more about it. It's an octopus. And what animal is this? Wow, it's like a horse. Can we see horse in the sea? Yeah, but it's a seahorse. The next one, the one you like in films, cartoons, it's a turtle. Yes, exactly. And now we have another one. I'm afraid of it. I'm scared. My dear, may Allah save me and save you too. It's a shark. This is like a star, so it's easy to be said. A seahorse? No, teacher. It's a starfish. Very easy. I'm going to hurry. This is a very big one. Some of them are very huge. It's a whale. Great. And that's all about sea animals. So now we got an idea about sea animals, which we are going to discuss in our lessons. Before we start, my friends, I tried to prepare these words to you just to be the keywords which may make reading easy and understanding reading easy. I tried to make it in an aquarium as you see here. The first is aquarium. What's an aquarium? It's a place where you can see animals. Exhibition. I can see someone reading here. A collection of items for public display. Method. Do say words with a low voice. Lantern. It's an old-fashioned source of lighting, and I think some of you can see it with his granddad. Whisper. What's whisper? To speak very quietly. And finally, the word tentacle. It's a long, thin part of sea animal. My friends, after reading this, I'm going to ask you to highlight these words in the text. Now we'll go to the lesson. Let's open the book. Okay, it's reading. Okay. What's the title of the lesson? Who can tell me? Yes, the title is Deep Sea Animals. And we have subtitle. It's called Deep Sea Discovery. The story of the lesson is about two boys and their dad. What are the names of the two boys? You can go through the text now in a hurry. Yes, you can even stop the video and find the answers. Yes, their names are Jack and Martin. Okay? Of course, they wanted to go out, but Jack felt bored because he didn't like to go to the museum. He wanted a new place to go. His brother Martin told his father to go to the deep sea discovery. Well, listen now. Okay? And
Track 30.
Boo's
Pupils Book, Unit 9, page 94. Reading. Deep Sea Discovery.
It's going to be boring, complained Jack. I hate museums. It's not a museum, it's an aquarium, Dad explained. Same thing, muttered Jack. It'll be boring anyway. There's a new exhibition, said Martin. It's called Deep Sea Discovery. It was designed by scientists. You can operate a camera that is deep in the sea. I'd like to go there first. Good idea, said Dad. Huh, grunted Jack. It was dim in the Deep Sea Discovery room. There was some video screens with desks in front and some controls. Martin went to the nearest desk and read the instructions. Then he began to work the controls. The black screen turned dark blue. There aren't any animals, said Jack. Come on, this is boring. Oh. At that moment, an astonishing creature swam across the screen. It was red, but the color glowed warmly. It looked like a Chinese lantern. Suddenly, flashes of color ran up its tentacles. It was as bright as an electric sign in the street.
So, my friends, I'll stop here and ask some questions. The first question you can answer: why didn't Jack want to go to the aquarium? I'm waiting for your answer. Exactly. He thought it would be boring. The next question is: where did Martin want to go first? He wanted to go to the deep discovery expeditions. The third: who was the new expedition designed by? Of course, by scientists. Let's continue.
So beautiful, whispered Martin. Wow! Exclaimed Jack, pointing at the screen. Look at that! A strange silver animal began to cross the screen. It was long and flat. It had lots of tiny tentacles along both sides of its narrow body. It flapped gently up and down as it moved through the water. It looked like a long silver wave. This control turns the camera, said Martin, and he turned it away from the silver creature that was already disappearing into the gloom. Can I have a go? Asked Jack.
Now, I'll ask you a question. How do you know that Jack liked the idea of going? The first clue is here. He asked his brother to have a go. Okay, go on.
Of course, replied Martin, and he got up to let Jack sit down. For the next hour, they watched one strange creature after another. There were crabs with such small bodies and such long, thin legs that they looked like giant spiders. There was an eel with a long, thin tail and an enormous head and mouth. Its mouth was so big that it could eat fish as big as itself. There were tiny squid that made light in their own bodies. They shone like little flashing stars. There was a small furry sponge. There were big squid and jellyfish that you could nearly see right through. Some of them had long, hairy tentacles. They floated around, picking up bits of food. One jellyfish looked like a plastic bag with eyes. Another one looked like a big round cushion.
So, my friends, now can you name some of the animals they could see when they sat down? Yes, crabs, eel, squids. Can you describe them? Yeah, try to describe them. Some of them were like a big spider. Some of them have a very big mouth, and so and so and so. So you can describe these animals and name them. Okay, my friends, as you see in the first and second pictures here, where some of them have many tentacles. Okay, some of them have lights and so on. Go on.
There was an incredible creature that looked like a flower. It was called a sea lily, but it was an animal. The parts of it that looked like leaves and a flower were actually tiny tentacles. They picked up food and passed it to the animal's mouth in the middle of the flower. After 2 hours, Dad said, "Do you want to go soon?" Jack looked round in surprise. "You're not bored already, are you, Dad?" he asked.
Now, how do you know?
Track 30.
How do you know that Jack liked the idea again. By the end of the story, he asked his dad to stay longer. He said to him, "Dad, you are not bored already, are you?" Because he wanted to stay more and more and more there. So, my friends, we note that Jack liked the idea. Now, we go back again to these questions. I just put them to be ready for you. Why didn't Jack want to go to the aquarium? What was it like in deep sea discovery? What did the crab look like? What did the eel look like? What did the squid look like? Okay, my friends? These questions will help you. Now, let's check your understanding of the lesson. To say something doesn't please you, what does it mean? Yes, complain. Exactly. To make something clear, I'm waiting for your answer. Yeah, as I'm doing now. Explain. To speak loudly in a surprise. Explain. To create or make something new. Of course, design. Good, my dearest sons and daughters. You participated well. But before leaving, I think that if I'm going to have a game. During this lesson, we saw and we found many adjectives to describe these animals. So an adjective describes a noun. Let's play a game about it. Where is the adjective here? The adjective here is silver. Great. And here is tiny. Exactly. Here is small. Very good. Yeah. Creature, long or lantern? It's long. Wonderful. Nura plays an enormous. Yeah, exactly. Here is pouring. I think that's enough just to understand the adjectives. Okay, my friends. We still have some more exercises. Okay, we are going to do it as homework. Let's see them. Okay, my friends. We have here a comprehension passage. Okay, in this comprehension passage we have one open-ended question and true or false questions, 2 questions, and multiple choice. Also you have to read this and try to answer them. The other exercise is matching, to match the picture with the words. It's very easy, and I also added the exercise with it together, which is matching. So try to answer these exercises as homework. Next time I'm going to say the answer to these exercises to you, my dearest sons and my dearest daughter. Finally, my friends, I wish you all the best, and I wish you like it, the lesson, and I promise to come and explain to you more and more about the vocab in the next lesson, and we will have more games and more exercises because the lesson is an interactive lesson, so it's different from this